Our county fair travels continue this week to Valley County, highlighting some great 4-H and FFA kids. Not one, not two, but 3 fairs ahead on Grow and protecting the safety net. Congressman Adrian Smith talks Farm Bill. And just how much higher are taxes in Nebraska than other states? We'll find out as we grow. In the midst of drought, some farmers now assess hail damage, and that's our top story. This is video sent to us by Andrew Smith, who farms near Kennesaw. The National Weather Service reports nickel-size hail in that area, and in North Platte reports of hailstones the size of baseball, plus golf ball-size hail near Paxton and Lexington as well. Hail near Carroll also. Many areas also saw heavy rain and high winds. A UNL agronomy and horticulture associate professor has been given $5.78 million from the National Science Foundation. For 4 years, a team will study the effects of high nighttime temperatures, specifically on wheat and rice. It could lead to developing more resilient crops. A new report says the value of farmland in Nebraska is on the decline. The U.S. Department of Ag says the price per acre averaged $2,900 in Nebraska. That's 2% lower than last year. Cash rents also on the decline. The Department of Ag says they averaged $238 per acre. That's down $5 from last year. And when it comes to taxes, no state's farmers face a bigger burden. New USDA data out shows the average Nebraska farm pays $23,000 a year in property taxes. It accounts for 5% of total expenses for a Nebraska farmer, a bigger slice of the pie than in any other state, and $9,600 more than the next most taxed state, California. So that leads to our poll question. Since the legislature failed to act on property taxes this past year, there's talk of a ballot issue to force the issue. We want to know what you think. Follow us on Twitter to cast your vote. President Trump has proposed deep cuts to the USDA, including crop insurance.
Moving forward, I think we'll be able to have a good, vibrant crop insurance system.
Congressman Adrian Smith and Nebraska Department of Agriculture Director Greg Ibaugh leading the discussion.
A positive aspect has been that crop insurance has prevented the need for Congress to make ad hoc disaster payments. In fact, I think we probably saved money through having this crop insurance in place. Producers pay in, they pay a premium. That's fairly unique among federal programs.
Greg Ibaugh says Nebraskans need to speak up so Congress knows what folks here need.
I think that we need to be able to have producers in Nebraska work together to have a unified voice.
But he says Nebraskans will still need to fight.
The debate is going to come between those states that have specialty crop growers, people that have cotton and rice, that have different priorities than a corn and soybean farmer or a wheat farmer in Nebraska.
Both Smith and Ibaugh want to continue to preserve what they fought for last time.
Well, I think a continuation of federal crop insurance is very important.
Governor Ricketts testifies in support of a strong national biofuels policy. According to the EPA, the proposed volume requirements for next year are 40 million gallons less than this year, which are a 1% difference. Governor Ricketts is encouraging the EPA to up the numbers, especially in advanced biofuels.
If you set the goals high, the industry will respond, create certainty, let people plan. I am very confident our industry will be able to meet those requirements because we have been able to do it in the past.
Opponents of the fuel standard say it hurts some manufacturing and that consumers don't want it. Supporters say it provides an economic boost to states like Nebraska during a down ag economy. Now to the subject of trade, where the success of Nebraska beef sales now results in higher tariffs with Japan. State Ag Director Greg Ibaugh says Nebraska has had great success shipping frozen beef to Japan, so much so that the U.S. has hit a ceiling that has triggered higher import tariffs from 38% to 50%.
We think that may have an impact to slow down some of the purchases by Japan. The good news is we've had great success. The bad news is we may have the brakes put on our success here a little bit.
Nearby China, Director Iba says Nebraska beef continues to grow as that market opens to U.S. beef. Iba says they continue to work through the details on the Chinese trade agreement. Here in Ord at the Valley County Fair this week as kids show those market animals. And behind them, folks in the community who step up with premiums to help those families keep going.
Receiving first purple in Class 3.
Kick off your boots.
Congratulations.
It's county fair time. Families invest time and money in their livestock. Community members reward that effort with an auction. Now, they don't actually buy animals, but pay a premium, helping 4-H kids recoup their costs.
That's like all your summer, and if you wouldn't make a profit, you really couldn't do it. So that's how this fair actually goes.
And many of these kids have taken home premiums paid by one man, Jim Trotter of Arcadia.
I know he's bought my hogs at least 2 or 3 times.
Trotter's been part of the Valley County Fair 53 years. Since he started a fuel and fertilizer business, Trotter Incorporated serves small communities, and he wants to see them thrive by retaining kids like these.
If you looked at the average age of our farmers, they're getting right up there, so we want to get these young kids back into our communities.
Kids like his grandson Tyson, who's been in both 4-H and FFA.
It builds up confidence, which is a very key thing, and it just kind of gets you out of your comfort zone.
The Trotters have spent thousands upon thousands at county fair auctions.
He's bought countless animals.
You don't hear us advertise much in the newspapers.
He's very good to the community here.
We believe in spending our money at these 4-H auctions.
He's a good guy.
That may be the first paycheck towards a career in agriculture.
If we don't help support them, we're going to go by the wayside. And I believe that all our young ag kids need to be supported.
Often it's not until years later kids realize the impact.
Live in a community that supports me so much that they're willing to use what they have earned to give to me to help me to grow.
More from the Webster and Merritt County fairs later in the show. Now to results of our poll question. We ask what your favorite part of county fair time is, and in a landslide it is 4-H projects. A lot of you also fans of rodeo and concerts, motorsports coming in last. From wedding dresses to manure-covered boots, Merritt County now has a place for both with a new 4-H building. Here's a closer look. From the Jurassic to modern times, Merritt County takes a leap forward.
We're so lucky to have this building.
No more mopping floors after the rain, as 4-H kids like Kaylee Hostler have a new building to show off their work at the county fair.
There's so much more room for exhibits, so much more room for the food stand, such nice facilities for us to have here in Merritt County.
It comes with a $2 million price tag. The county issued bonds to pay for it. Donors will contribute another $500,000 or so for what they see as a major upgrade from a small open-air arena.
The lighting in here and the fans moving air, the building's 10 to 15 degrees cooler than outside, so really nice asset to our fairground.
Kids are just excited to be a part of something that's so much bigger than what it used to be.
Pig numbers are way up, and they think the new 4-H building is generating interest.
Wow, 4-H of today is an amazing place to be where kids can learn anything, and the building helps attract people to know more about that.
Outside of the fair, the building is getting used several times a week.
We use it for our archery club. We shoot in here.
Along with weddings can be the next day after a woodworking workshop. Did you know that 4-H has a...
Community leaders say multi-purpose space has been lacking, so they see this as an investment in the future.
So amazing just to know that the community's there behind us and that they're supporting us with so much, just so that we can have such a bright future.
Stick around, we've got much more county fair action still to come.
Hi, my name is Ashley Scheidler, and you're watching Grow on NTV.